Hi dear friends, welcome back to Aksharadhare. I am Devraj. I hope you guys are enjoying the Diwali festival with your family. I wish you everyone happy Diwali once again, and I wish your dreams could come true and fulfill your dreams. So today is 14th November 2023. So I hope you guys are learning great and earning great. And also following the tips which I have given in the previous videos. Due to some time constraint, I'm not able to, I have not updated the video from the last 3 days. So I'm really regret for that. So let's start reading the newspaper. Let's start reading the newspaper. Yes, I think it is visible. So this is the front page of the Hindu newspaper, which is very important for the competitive exams and other state central exams. This is the front page. 40 workers trapped in Uttarakashi tunnel safe. Air quality versions in Indian cities. Myanmar nationals flee battle enter Mizoram. Needed to enhance representation in parliament on proportionality and delimitation. Edulchi, Aravinda and Sehwag inducted. XPM Cameron in Siola Braver Man out in UK cabinet rejig. Retail inflation eases to a 4-month low of 4.87% in October. Vegetable price rise decelerates to 2.7%. Overall consumer put price inflation remains unchanged. Inflation faced by rural consumers is 5.1%. 9 dead in a fire in Hyderabad building. City sees over 60 cracker injuries, 3 likely to suffer reduction in vision. Civic body to take up a drive against PG accommodations. Common resources like electricity and water are leveraged to the maximum by PGs without having to pay commercial taxes, garbage cess, or any other commercial fees for Viscom or BWSSB. Many have pointed out that lack of action against unlicensed PGs have also created revenue loss to the government. Goa bound flight reported to return to KIA. Cirium report, most punctual airport KIA slips to fourth place in October. 3 bikers injured in freak serial accident. The chap was captured on the dashcam of a car behind and was posted on X, which went viral. 65-year-old man and his 23-year-old son killed after a KSRTC bus rams their bike. Police sources said that the driver claimed the bus developed a technical glitch in its steering and he lost control. Fire breaks out at a furniture showroom at Banavasi. Youth stabbed to death over trivial row. Education plus, if anybody want to like pursue their post graduation or research or graduation, here are the opportunities to like free scholarship programs for all the candidates, for the merit candidates. save the time. National Institute of Technology Warangal, PhD regulars part time. CCB conducts a special drive against Azuras. Despite schools' initiatives, experts still see excessive junk food consumption. All schools should ensure that their outlets do not sell junk food and instead stock their canteens with fresh fruit juices, soups, and sprouts, and other healthy snacks. Synergia conclave to focus on bridging gap between tech creators and military. Murder of four of family assailant yet to be traced. 10 fishing boats destroyed in fire at Gangoli fishing harbor. Inter-school challenge to help city become clean, green and sustainable. KA restricts all forms of head cover in recruitment exams. Following protests by Hindutva groups, a dress code now allows women to wear Mangal Sutra and toe ring in the exam hall. Planters Association announces new office beers. IAS officer transferred. Release pending central funds for irrigation projects. Turning away deserving job aspirant just because uploaded certificate was illegible is not a happy thing to happen in a welfare state. Vijayendra goes on meeting spree with Deve Gowda, SMK Boma. Ravi have never crossed Lakshman Rekha BJP to assume charge tomorrow. Celebrating Poised, documenting hope. Poised of Life, the second edition of Ajim Premji University's annual climate festival, sought to celebrate Poised through an ensemble of art installations and photographs. Registrations open for 16th Bangalore Midnight Marathon. South Bangalore residents are recent entry of sewage into lakes and a lack of amenities. Issues faced by people frequenting Chunchagata, Dodda Dorekere, and Kottanur. Food flavor and fusion. This festive season, if you will feel like eating healthy, indulge in these recipes from Karnataka, painstakingly compared by Latha Holla. When health meets taste, sit back and chill. Be a planet watcher. An outdated serving of sporty feed. Director Yogaraj Bhatt's Gharadi, starring Yashish Surya in the lead, is a generic film that does very little to make us care for a dying sport. Banks will be built along Godavari River KCR. Telangana Chief Minister K.S. Chandrasekhar Rao used to fortify flood protection system in Bhadrachalam. Asks people not to allow money for to win against welfare schemes of the BRS. Will oversee Denny as BJP links, as asks Revant. Task force will be formed to implement SC categorization. Tamil Nadu to soon bid adieu to decades old prison manual. Police find suspected mice in Kerala. Centre delaying payment of dues to Kerala on technicalities, says Minister. Project CM to lay stone. TDP JSP alliance in AP comes up with a 11-point minimum manifesto. Sri Lanka releases 42 fishermen from Tamil Nadu. Enhancing representation for a just electoral system. Let's read this article. The editorial page written by the Member of Parliament. An Indian Member of Parliament is said to represent 2.5 million citizens on average. In comparison, a US House of A representatives member typically represents approximately 7 lakh citizens. Similarly, in Pakistan, a member of the National Assembly is a representative of approximately 6 lakh citizens, while the ratio in Bangladesh is closer to approximately 5 lakh citizens. In this year so far, India had around 4,126 members of the Legislative Assembly, 543 Lok Sabha MPs, and 245 Rajya Sabha MPs. There are far too few parliamentarians, assembly members responsible for citizen welfare in India. Limited representation in a democratic setup seems to be our default preference. While India does have innumerable grassroots politicians, 1,000 plus municipal councils, corporations with between 50 to 100 wards, and approximately 2,38,000 panchayats, according to Press Information Bureau data, with between 5 to 30 members on average at the national state level. There is a clear deficit in terms of their adequate representation in order to raise critical issues and enable lawmaking. Meanwhile, our political system is riven with apportionment malapportionment, with the legislative weight being skewed towards the citizens of select states. Unlike India, the United States has a political system that seeks to engender malapportionment, with each state given two senators in the UN Senate, enabling a block on legislation. Disproportionate allocation of power is encouraged. This is easier in a homogeneous country with a bi-party political system, where the same parties compete across all states. In India, with its heterogeneous political system across states, mala apportionment can mean empowering select political outfits over others. With a sense of a different political culture in South and Northeast India growing, one must tread carefully. On delimitation, delimitation could be a potential solution to restore proportionality. It has become utilized in the past. The commission was set up for four times in the past as an independent body to enable redistricting. In 1976, during the emergency, the number of Lok Sabha seats was frozen, with the delimitation pushed out to 2001, citing ongoing family planning policies with a push to avoid punishing select states with effective population control measures in place. Delimitation may have resumed when states had reduced their fertility rates, enabling parity. In February 2002, the 84th Amendment Act of the Constitution was introduced, which froze the number of Lok Sabha seats until the post census after 2026, that is 2031, with the 2021 census delayed, now likely to be conducted in 2024. With results potentially published by 2026, there is a window to conduct a delimitation earlier. However, unleashing delimitation will have its consequences between 1971 and 2011. Rajasthan and Kerala at 25 million and 21 million in population in 1971 respectively have seen a widening to 68 million and 33 million respectively. Similarly, the Indian 2019 elections, each MP from Uttar Pradesh represented approximately 3 million voters, while an MP from Lakshadweep represented about 55,000 voters. Assuming the number of parliamentary seats goes up to say 753 seats. States such as Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Kerala might see an increase in seats of about 6%, with Karnataka potentially seeing an 11% rise. Meanwhile, northern states such as Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan would see their seats rise by 63%. Delimitation in its historical form would engender a bias towards the Hindi-speaking northern population while enabling select national parties to rise to power. States which have performed well in reducing their population growth, such as Tamil Nadu and Kerala, may be punished. Delimitation is inevitable, but its deleterious consequences can be minimized. Plus, the number of seats in parliament needs to increase significantly, at least around 848 seats to avoid any state losing seats. helping to enhance democratic representation ratios. Delimitation should not be driven only by factors based on population. Geographical determinism, economic productivity, linguistic history, and a sense of fairness should also play a part. In simpler terms, Sikkim's voice must also be heard in parliament even if Bihar has a greater population. The visual impact of delimitation and future transfers to states will also need to be rethought. Promoting federalism. Behind this, our electoral system must be reformed. Federalism needs to be promoted. Past decades of decentralization that have impacted center state relations, and we need to give states a better voice and a platform to represent their interest. The Rajya Sabha can play this role. However, it is currently elected by state legislatures, giving disproportionately more representation to larger or more populous states. Constitutional reform can be pursued to give each state the same number of Rajya Sabha MPs. At the same time, direct elections for Rajya Sabha MPs should be promoted while ensuring that a domicile requirement is added and stringently adhered to. Proportional representation can also be considered, especially for the Lok Sabha and state assembly elections. In Australia, lower house elections have voters rank candidates on an alternative preference ballot. If a candidate does not win a majority of votes in the first round, the weakest candidate is eliminated, with their votes redistributed to the next preferred candidate. This goes on until there is a clear majority behind a candidate. In France, a double ballot system is conducted for national assembly elections. If no candidate wins in the first round, the second round sees only candidates with over 1 by 8 of total votes in the prior round competing. India's fast the forced system may ensure quicker elections results, but it does ensure that a legislature often represents a constituency without a majority of votes. Having more states, we need more states as well. The largest state, highest resident population in the United States, California, has a population of just 39 million, with the average state having a population of about 5 to 6 million. Around 22 Indian states or territories have a population higher than that. The states reorganization commission was set up in 1953, creating nearly 15 linguistic states and 6 union territories. There is a potential for India to have more states, moving up from 29 to say 50 or even 75 states. For example, a state such as Uttar Pradesh is simple too big to be governed well as a single unit. A concern about North Indian large states dominating the polity would be alleviated if we had more and smaller sized states. A new state reorganization commission may be set up after the next election to evaluate the socio-economic and administrative viability of selected to be states. For example, Bundelkhand, Gorkhaland, Jammu, Karunadu, Kongunadu, Mithila, Saurashtra, Tulunadu, and Vidarbha. We have enough linguistic states. States must be split up. Is designed to enhance administrative efficiency and democratic accountability. India has 8,000 plus urban settlements, but the number of my mayors remains in the low hundreds. Every census town may have a fixed tenure mayor elected in direct elections. Direct elections could enhance democratic representation while improving efficiency in urban governance. Such mayors must also be empowered with a decision making ability over 18 critical functions. For example, urban planning, water supply, fire, land use regulations, and slum improvement, as outlined by the Constitution 74th Amendment Act. Select states such as Bihar and Rajasthan must be pushed to loosen their grip on city level authorities or functions. Enhancing local democratic representation will help strengthen India's democracy. Such measures might help alleviate the concerns of citizens in varied parts of India and to enhance its democracy. Any child from the northeast or south of India could aspire to become a prime minister. One hopes our policy makers have the wisdom to ensure a just electoral system. Let's read this next article. Remission of diabetes desirable but not essential. The concept of a reversal of diabetes has become a very popular recently. Several commercial organizations have jumped on the bandwagon of a reversal of diabetes and are making all tall claims. Therefore, it is important to consider the pros and cons of a reversal of diabetes. First, the term reversal of diabetes is scientifically incorrect. The appropriate term is remission of diabetes. Reversal implies that the condition has permanently reverted to normal and a cure has been achieved. Remission implies that diabetes has only gone away temporarily. We know, for instance, that cancer can go into remission but can back in a more virulent form. Remission and type 2 diabetes. So, diabetes is not a single condition but consists of several types. When we talk of remission of diabetes, we are referring most often to type 2 diabetes. However, there are other forms of diabetes such as type 1 diabetes where long term remission is very unlikely to occur. Can everyone with type 2 achieve remission? Some diabetes reversal programs claim that they can reverse type 2 diabetes at any stage of the heart disorder. This is not true. There are certain individuals with type 2 diabetes who are more likely to achieve remission. This can be identified by the letters ABCD. I refer to ALC, glycated hemoglobin, which should not be very high. B refers to body mass index, BMI, or body weight. If it is high, you are more likely to achieve remission due to weight loss. C stands for C peptide, a measure of insulin secretion. If it is good, you can achieve remission more easily. D stands for duration of diabetes. The shorter the duration, the greater the chance of remission. And E stands for an enthusiastic individual who is keen to achieve remission. One should remember that even if one achieves a remission of diabetes only for a few months or years, it is still worthwhile because it leads to a good legacy effect which provides protection from complications caused by diabetes. Whatever those who cannot achieve remission, should they be disheartened? Definitely not. Indeed, in my experience, the majority of people with type 2 diabetes would find it difficult to achieve long term remission of their diabetes. Even among those who do so, in the majority of cases, the diabetes returns after a few months. The severity of the diabetes is often much worse than when it was before the person went into remission, leading a long and healthy life. I would like to reassure people who do not achieve remission that nothing is lost. My experience over the last 4 to 5 decades has taught me that all that is needed to have a long and healthy life despite diabetes is to follow another set of ABCD linked mantras. A, ALCR, glycated hemoglobin should be below 7%, or if possible, even below 6.5%. B, blood pressure should be less than 130 out of 80 hemoglobin level, or as appropriate for the age. See, cholesterol, ALG, LDL cholesterol should be less than 50 mg RDL or at least below 70 mg RDL. D discipline, which includes healthy diet, exercise, and frequent checkups with your diabetologist. Were among the first to show that if ABCD is maintained, people with diabetes can live long and healthy lives. Indeed, 50 or 60 years of survival with diabetes and with no complications whatsoever is possible. The ultimate aim of the treatment of diabetes is to have a diabetes complications free life. Today, diabetes remains suboptimally controlled, which is why it is the leading cause of blindness, amputation, heart attacks, stroke, kidney failure, and impotence. Very often, we find people in the prime of their life affected by one or more of these devastating complications, which affects not only the individual but also his our family. It can ultimately even impact the economy of the country. Data on India. According to a recent Indian Council of Medical Research in India diabetes study, there are currently 101 million people with diabetes and 136 million people with pre-diabetes in India. In those with pre-diabetes, preventing the majority of these individuals from developing diabetes for a considerable number of years is possible with just lifestyle modifications. In those who already have diabetes, we should, of course, try to achieve remission of diabetes. But if this is not possible, meeting the IVCD guidelines of the treatment of diabetes will ensure that they can all live a long and healthy life without any diabetes linked complications. Even though we may not be able to make India diabetes free, my dream is that we can at least have a diabetes complications free India on the occasion of the World Diabetes Day, November 14th. Let us rededicate ourselves to achieve this dream. Knockout blows. India has so far played its part as the favorite in the Cricket World Cup. Growth dichotomy, slowdown in industrial output growth shows low consumer confidence. Realism, not machismo, to counter terror. Those Ahudis and the tales of you. The BJP is reaching out to Yadavs using the Gajawa and Dalits through folklore. Madhya Pradesh is in the bottom half of all state level rankings. Poll bound Madhya Pradesh lags behind most states in all economic and social indicators. 40 workers trapped in tunnel in Uttarakashi safe rescue efforts on. Oxygen and food being supplied to the workers. Multi-agency rescue operation involving NDRF, SBRF, TITBP and police intervene. Trapped men have also received a walkie-talkie and communicating with rescue personnel, say officials. Mahua Maitra appointed Trinamool district chief. Retail inflation eases to 4.87% in October. XPM Cameron in Suella Braverman out. Center extends UAPA ban on 8 Mahdi extremist organization. The new union committee is of opinion that the activities of the organizations are detrimental to India's sovereignty and integrity. 1,400 Myanmar citizens take refuge in Mizoram one day. Trinamool leaders shot dead in South 44 Parganas. Votes on UN draft resolutions criticizing Israel war routine. Regular stance maintained, says government. 9 dead in a fire in Hyderabad building. Congress nurtures hatred towards OBCs, says Modi. BJP leaders to address rallies in Rajasthan. Diplomats to observe BJP's poll campaign. In Madhya Pradesh, no groundswell of support for Congress cast survey pitch. A party leader says the survey is a bigger issue at the national level and that local issues are dominating the political space in the state. BJP has kept relatively quiet on the subject and is expected to observe its impact before devising a strategy to counter the narrative of the Congress. Udaipur tailors killer were BJP workers. Alleges Ashok Gehlot. Modi shot address and rallies in MP, take jibes at Congress over crime, Ram Temple. BJP slams Baghel, calls him a kingpin of Mahadeva Hap scam. A corrupt Bhupesh Baghel continues to remain as the chief minister. It is because of him filing the Gandhi family's coffers with the public money. Delhi most populated city in what? Was Swiss survey. Mumbai and Kolkata were other Indian metropolises on the list of 10 most polluted cities after Deepavali. Data show that pollution in parts of the capital was 30 times higher than safe limits. Jaishankar meets a newly appointed UK Foreign Secretary. Navy schools quiz think to have 23 international teams. Defense Minister holds talks with his UK counterpart. Center asks states to use tracking devices on prison inmates released on parole. Foreign degrees in Indian institutions may require equivalence. Veteran parliamentarian and CPI leader Babu Sahib Acharya passes away at 81. Cleansing agents for mind. Pakistan opens 3 new border crossings to deport Afghans. South Korea US revised deterrence agreement to counter North Korea. Philippine court grants bail to jailed drug war critic of Duterte. Nepal to ban China's TikTok, alleges damaging social impact. Battles surround hospitals in Gaza force Palestinians to flee. Critically wounded patients, including newborn babies and their caregivers, are left stranded in hospitals as a result of these attacks that have further led to dwindling supplies and no electricity. 80 pro Iran fighters dead in US strikes in Syria. Days before new Maldives president assumes office, Nasheed quits as Speaker. Ranil presents a budget aimed at aiding economic recovery in Sri Lanka. Pakistan and China navies to carry out a joint sea patrol. Iran hangs three over 2019 bombing attacks. Applications for the position of project scientist, research associate, young professionals, second and first at ICA or CTR on contractual basis. Goldman upgrades the Indian shares. US brokerage stands bullish on Indian shares. It cites a strong economic growth, steady domestic mutual fund inflows, and a potential supply chain shift from China. It pegs the country's real economic growth at 6.5% in 2023 and 6.3% in 2024. US Treasury yields edge up after Moody's lowers outlook. Inflow into MP industry declines to 34,765 crore in quarter two. One fourth infra project hit by 5 lakh crore. Cost was overruns in September. Whilst India has 20% export growth in current fiscal. Generative AI will help order new lines of business in a year. GEM procurement crosses 2 lakh crore on buying activity. Dabur sees very good recovery in rural markets. Diwali sales sparkle, bringing cheer to retailers and manufacturers. Biocon Harm gets note for ophthalmology biosimilar. Dabur sees very good recovery in rural markets. ABD expands capacity of distillery in Telangana. Rohit tops 500 runs for the second straight time in the World Cup. Kohli dismisses the Dutch skipper De Wout, takes fifth ODI wicket. India had the batting Fab 5 in 2000s. Now they have them with the ball. Surya Kumar wins the Fielder of the Match award in the Netherlands game. Men in Blue light up Diwali with a dazzling show. India crushes the Netherlands by 160 runs after amazing 410. Shreyas and Rahul cannot up runs. Kohli and Rohit pick up a wicket, which, as the host, finishes the league phase with a 9-0 record. Fielding awards is about effort and attitude. Dilip. We are confident with the style we play, says Edwards. Rahul smashes possessed a ton by an Indian in World Cup. The pitch will be different again. The Kiwi phaser Ferguson calls it the joy of cricket. Please his team as to adapt as quickly as possible in the semi-final clash against India. It will be a good challenge in the semi-final. Ferguson. Pakistan bowling coach Markel quits after WC flop. Sehwag, Diana Aduji, and Arvinda inducted into ICC Hall of Fame. Julan's tribute to El Dulci, Jayawardena salutes Arvinda. Djokovic sings Rooney stays top of the world. It goes under no winner in Chelsea Man City thriller. England retains six WC players in squad for Windies too. Momota wins the first title in 2 years at Korea Masters. Canada wins in its maiden Billie Jean King Cup. Pranay returns to action after injury layoff. Srikanth. Lakshya eye winning starts. Agniputra gets the better of Deccan by the hot goal in 5. An emotional fun funeral for United and England legend Charlton. Really justifies the top billing in a Kabini Cup. India emerges the champion. The squad wins its last league match against Argentina after downing the time. USA, Italy, and South Africa earlier in the tournament. The team had topped the Asia Oceania competition in Japan to qualify for the World Finals. Bhagat clinches gold at Ulika Daihatsu in Japan. Balaji and Begeman win a third challenger title in 4 weeks. We are all prepared. We were well prepared for 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Shetri. Data of extension notification for submission of public complaints. The short ball, Shreyas Iyer's Nemesis no more. It may feel strange to mention Shreyas as short pitched and full in the same sentence, but the former got him to his first World Cup century, while the latter turned out to be his most productive shot in the match against the Netherlands. Sinner's red orange hair, the carrot in idea, and the Karota Boys Club, unraveling the secrets of swing in cricket with physics. A study found that the coefficient of friction doubles when immunity is increased by 20% and decreases only thereafter, thanks to hydrogen bonds. So, in most moist weather, the coefficient of friction can increase. This may be why India's batters lost three early wickets against Australia and China. Starry Euclid images for probe of dark universe. Recent animal extinctions from Asia. These are the last two pages, text and context. News in numbers. Whoop led from Myanmar to Mizoram. The cases filed by firecracker violations in Tamil Nadu. Earthquakes that rattled southern Iceland in a day. The increase in vegetable oils imports in 2023 SEA in 16 in percentage. Amount in debate raised by Israel since the latest war. Community rights and forest conservation. Now, what is the Forest Amendment Act 2023? What did the 31-member Joint Parliamentary Committee decide with respect to the amendment bill tabled in the Parliament? Why do the central and state governments insist on the right to convert forest and land for non-forest purposes? What is the this is about? If you would like to read this, if you want to know about the forest amendments, you can read this page. Otherwise, you can go for next page. Congress online campaign more robust in Madhya Pradesh. As the state heads for the polls, the Lokniti CSDS analyzed social media posts and X by both major parties in the state to understand the kind of content online campaigns spread and generate. People are calling him on an empty waste. The online battlefield in Madhya Pradesh. Miney suffers from neophobia. She refuses to watch any other movie other than her favorites. November 14 is observed as World Diabetes Day, which and the rampant chronic disease. This is the last page, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the newspaper reading and just read the newspaper for 2 hours a day. In a day, it will make you really very fluent in English communication. So I hope you follow the same and read for 2 hours. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. So if you like the video, please share with your friends. It may be useful for somebody to utilize the opportunities from the Extra Dharya Hand team. And also I would like to update the job opportunities and the updates related to education and healthcare. So and more. So see you in the upcoming videos, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.